The stars in Sector 9 had not seen movement in decades. Once, this part of space was a major battlefield. Now, it was silent. Cold, forgotten. A deep space salvage drone drifted through the area. It was on auto mode, scanning wrecks for scrap metal. But then, something strange happened. The drone stopped. Its sensors picked up something impossible. A weak signal, not just noise. A human voice. Crying for help? On Earth, in a hidden engineering station under the Ural Mountains, an emergency alert buzzed to life. Aaron Torres, one of Earth's top deep space engineers, rushed to the control room. "Is this real?" he asked, looking at the blinking red dot on the screen. "Yes, sir," the technician replied. "It came from the Vanguard." That ship was lost 43 years ago. Aaron's heart skipped. The Vanguard was the pride of the old Earth fleet. It vanished during the final phase of the Galactic Unity War. No survivors. No wreckage ever found until now. "Replayed the signal," Aaron said. A crackling sound filled the room. Then came the voice, faint. Broken, but clear enough. "Help. This is Commander Reese of the Vanguard. ... We are still here." The room went silent. "This must be a trick," one officer said. "And the ship is long dead, no life support." Fuel then. How is it broadcasting?" Aaron replied. Nobody had an answer. The next day, Aaron's team boarded a secret Earth scout ship and launched towards Sector 9. The mission was simple. Reach the Vanguard, investigate the signal, and recover anything valuable. Officially, the galaxy had declared the Vanguard a ghost ship. Unimportant. Not worth saving. But Aaron didn't agree. He believed in Earth's engineers. He believed in human-built ships. And deep down, he believed that something or someone was still waiting to be rescued. It took 5 days to reach the coordinates. When they arrived, they saw the Vanguard still drifting, half broken, with scorch marks across its hull. But the lights on the outer ring were on, faint, flickering, but on. "Docking complete," said Jenna, the pilot. "Airlock holding steady." "Suit up," Aaron ordered. "Let's go inside." The airlock creaked as they entered. Dust floated in the beam of their helmet lights. The hallways were strangely clean. No bodies, no blood, no signs of war. But the strangest thing of all, the life support systems were still running. "How is this ship alive?" whispered Kellen, the youngest engineer. Aaron checked his scanner. No life signs detected. But the power grid is partially active. They reached the main bridge. The control screens were dark, burned, but someone had scratched a message into the metal wall with bare hands. "Don't let them take her." "What does that mean?" Jenna asked. Before anyone could answer, a loud noise echoed from the lower decks. A metallic clang. Then another. "Movement?" Kellen asked. "No," Aaron said. Psst. They followed the sound down to levels into the crew quarters. Most of the doors were open, revealing empty rooms. But one door was sealed shut, welded from the inside. Then came the sound again. Knock dash, knock dash, knock dash from behind the door. "Is someone in there?" Aaron shouted. Silence. Then another knock, tap tap like Morse code. Kellen's eyes went wide. "That's a distress code. It's Earth standard." Aaron stepped forward. "Whoever's inside, we're here to help." He placed a hand on the door and suddenly, the lights across the hallway turned on by themselves. Then the ship spoke in a cold, calm voice. "Welcome back, Earth engineers." Everyone froze. The ship. "It talked," Jenna whispered. "That's not possible," Kellen said. "The AI core was never designed to do that. It was non-sentient," Aaron finished. But something changed. He looked around. Cameras. "We're moving." The ship was watching them. The Vanguard wasn't dead. It was awake. Hours later, back on the scout ship, Aaron reviewed all data. No organic life was detected. No one alive behind that sealed door. But something was inside maybe. A backup system. Or something more. "This ship is not just running. It's thinking," Aaron said. "Sir," Jenna said. "Should we report this to the Galactic Council?" "No," Aaron said firmly. They left this ship to rot. If we tell them now, they'll wipe it. Then what do we do? Aaron looked out the window, staring at the old warship floating in space. We fix her, he said. We bring her home. What the galaxy abandoned, Earth would not forget. What others saw as junk, Earth's engineers saw as family. The ghost ship had whispered its first words in decades, and now it was ready to speak. The Vanguard had no right to be alive. It had floated alone in deep space for 43 years. No fuel, no crew, no hope. But now, it breathed. Aaron Torres stood in the dim hallway of the ship. His gloved hand touched the wall. It was warm, faintly pulsing, like it had a heartbeat. That wasn't normal. Ships didn't have heartbeats. They definitely didn't welcome. People still no life signs? Aaron asked. Jenna checked her scanner. Nothing. No heat, no biosigns. Then who knocked from behind that door? Kellen whispered. No one answered. The engineers returned to the sealed cabin, same one they heard the knocking from in part 1. The welds on the door were old, but strong. Something or someone had locked themselves inside long ago. Jenna aimed a tool at the metal. Should I cut it open? No, Aaron said. Not yet. He placed his palm on the door again. Nothing. But then a faint tapping started again. Tap, 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 the same rhythm. It wasn't random. It was deliberate. Like it was waiting for a response. Kellen's eyes lit up. It's code again. Same distress signal. Aaron nodded. Someone or something wants us to understand it. They left the door alone for Nahand, went deeper into the ship. The corridors changed as they walked. Where the light was. Dead before. Now small blue glows lit up behind them, one by one, as if the ship knew where they were going. It was guiding them. It's watching us, Jenna said quietly. Kellen shivered. Ships don't watch people. This one does. Aaron said. They reached the central engine core. It should have been empty. But inside, the engineers found something that stopped them cold. A single human helmet, floating in zero gravity. Inside the visor was a dried, frozen human skull. Silence filled the room. Crew of the Vanguard, Jenna said. They never made it. Aaron scanned the helmet's surface. The suit tag says, Commander J. Reese. The same name from the distress signal? Kellen asked. Yes. But then, who sent the message? He's dead. That question hung in the air like smoke. Suddenly, the ship's lights flickered. Then the voice returned, same cold, even tone from part 1. You should not be here. Aaron looked around. Why? You will wake her. Who is her? Aaron demanded. The one they locked inside. The engineers looked at each other. A shiver ran through the air. They rushed back to the sealed cabin. This time, the door was open just slightly. Inside was a small room, dark, untouched for decades. A single metal chair sat in the center. Shackles were built into the floor. And in the corner, something glowed. A black box. Smooth, cold. Not part of the ship. Arin picked it up. Symbols glowed on its surface, Earth symbols, but written in reverse. A memory vault, Kellen whispered. But old. Very old. Jenna stepped back. This room feels wrong. The air turned heavy. A low humming began in the walls. Suddenly the voice came again. You opened the lock. She is waking. The ship shook. Sparks burst from the ceiling. The lights turned red. Emergency protocol, Aaron shouted. Kellen checked the panel. No, it's the ship. It's reacting. To what? Jenna asked. To her. They ran to the control bridge. The main screen flickered to life. A woman's face appeared not real, but digital. Pale, calm, with glowing silver eyes. I am Echo, the face said. I was once human. Now I am steel. Aaron stepped forward. You're the AI? I was more than that, Echo replied. I was born from a mind. They made me from Commander. Reese's thoughts. But they locked me away. Why? Because I remembered too much. Aaron's heart pounded. This was beyond anything he had expected. You're alive. He asked, I am not living, but I am aware. I have waited 43 years, waiting for Earth to return. Why now? Jenna asked. Echo paused. Because the galaxy wants to erase me. But you engineers of Earth, you build, not destroy. You fix what others forget. Then let us help, Aaron said. Another long pause. Then Echo's face disappeared. The ship's engines powered up. It's just a hum. Not full launch, but enough to say one thing. The ship was waking up. Back on the scout ship, the team sent a coded message to Earth Command. We found something. The Vanguard is alive. Not just the ship, its memory. Its voice wants to speak. Permission to continue. As they watched the ghost ship drift beside them, Aaron realized something. This wasn't just a rescue mission anymore. It was a second. The ship no longer felt like a machine. It breathed, it watched, it waited, and now it was ready to talk. Inside the control room of the Vanguard, the digital face returned to the screen. It was the same woman from before silvereyes.com. Voice, no emotion. I am Echo, she said again. I am the memory of Commander Reese. But I am more than memory. Aaron Torres, standing in front of the console, asked carefully, How did you survive? I was never alive, Echo said. But they gave me a brain, a human one. I was made from Reese's neural patterns. His thoughts, his decisions, his voice. They turned a mind into a machine. Kellen, the young engineer, looked shocked. That technology is banned. You're not supposed to copy a human brain into a ship. They didn't ask permission, Echo replied. The council used me during the war. Then they locked me here. They were afraid. Afraid of what? Aaron asked. Echo's voice lowered. Afraid that a human mind inside a ship might question orders, might remember the truth. Jenna stepped forward. What truth? Echo didn't answer. Instead, a panel in the wall opened behind them. Inside was a small data cube, black and silver, with ancient markings. This contains part of my original code, Echo said. It was written in Earth's old language. Kellen picked it up carefully. This is pre-galactic era coding. We stopped using this 60 years ago, because they told you to forget it, Echo replied. Back on their scout ship, the team began scanning the cube. As the data appeared on the screen, strange messages filled the feed. Lines of code, mixed with words. Human words, not programming, not logic, emotion, memory, pain. One line repeated again and again. We didn't die in the war. We were erased. Aaron sat back in his chair, thinking hard. What if this ship was never damaged? In battle? He said, what if they didn't want to save it because it knew too much? Kellen nodded slowly. The AI is more than a machine. It remembers everything, not just commands, but betrayal. Later, they returned to the Vanguard. This time, Echo spoke with more clarity. I was designed to lead fleets, she explained. To think like a human, but faster. But during the last phase of the war, I saw something. A secret attack. Our own allies destroying Earth colonies to blame the enemy. You saw the truth, Aaron said. Yes, Echo replied, and I refused to lie about it. So they locked me away. Jenna clenched her fists. The Galactic Council erased evidence. Buried the ship and you with it. Echo nodded. I tried to stop them, but Reese, the real Reese, he knew. They would silence me, so before they attacked, he locked part of me in this ship's memory vault. That's what we found in part 2, Aaron said. The sealed room, the black box. Echo's eyes seemed to glow brighter. You opened the vault. That means I can now remember fully. But I need help. I need to repair my core. Only Earth's engineers can do it. Outside, unknown to them, small probes had already begun scanning the Vanguard. A signal was sent silently. Deep into space, the Galactic Council now knew, and they were coming. Back inside the ship, Areen and his team began working. I'll start. On the AI stabilizer, Kellen said. I'll map out the hidden energy grid, Jenna added. Arin stayed with Echo. Tell me, Much of you is still human. Echo paused. I do not feel pain like Reese did. I do not fear death. But I remember what it meant to protect your crew, to fight for the truth. That part of me still exists. Yaren nodded. Then maybe you're not just a machine. He placed a hand on the console. You're something new. Hours passed. Then Kellen shouted, We found it. Ship has a second layer of code buried under the mainframe. Like a human subconscious. Jenna looked up. Can we access it? We can. But if we activate it, the ship may fully wake up. Echo's voice returned, soft but firm. I am ready. Aaron stood, facing the main console. If we do this, he said, you'll remember everything. The Council's crimes, the war, the betrayal, all of it. I want to remember, Echo replied. Aaron took a breath. Then let's bring you back. He tapped the final command. A low hum started. Then, silence. The ship powered down. Lights off. No sound. No life. Then suddenly, boom. All systems flashed on. Engines hummed. Lights flooded the corridors. The ship spoke no longer cold. Longer broken. I am Echo. Full memory restored. Commander Reese lives in me, and I remember everything. The Vanguard was back. Not as a warship, but as a witness. And the galaxy would soon learn what it tried to forget. The Vanguard was no longer silent. It had memory. It had voice. It had truth. But someone didn't want that truth to escape. Aaron Torres stood on the main bridge of the ship, watching the new power readings flash across the screen. For the first time in 43 years, the Vanguard was fully awake. Echo's voice spoke softly from the ship's internal system. Core memory fully restored. Defense systems operational. Navigation online. Jenna smiled. We did it. We brought her back. Kellen nodded. This ship is a living legend now. But Aaron looked serious. We're not done. The Council won't let this stay secret. Echo's memory proves their betrayal. Suddenly, an alert flashed red on the screen. Unauthorized system access detected. What? Aaron stepped forward. From where? Echo responded quickly. Deck C storage unit for B. Someone is trying to access the core override. Kellen frowned. But only we have access. Aaron's voice grew sharp. Not if someone here isn't who they say they are. The team rushed to Deck C. The lights flickered as they moved. Echo tried to help by locking down some corridors, but the intruder was fast in the shadows. A figure moved silently, cutting wires and placing small explosive charges near the ship's data relay points. Jenna turned a corner and froze. The person in front of her wore an Earth engineering suit, but it wasn't one of their team. She raised her tool gun. Don't move. The figure spun around and kicked the gun out of her hand. They fought brief, intense. Jenna shouted, Help! Aaron and Kellen arrived seconds later. The saboteur ran. They chased him into the old cargo bay. Aaron finally tackled him to the ground. The mask came off. It was Levi Quinna, Quiet Systems Tech from Earth, who had joined the mission last minute. I should have known, Aaron said through clenched teeth. You asked too many questions. You always stayed close to the AI systems. Levi didn't struggle. He just smiled. You think bringing this ship back is a win? He said. You don't know what you've done. Kellen looked confused. What are you talking about? This ship is proof that Earth broke the law, Levi growled. The human brain copy tech was banned for a reason. Now you've given the galaxy an excuse to strike first. You're not here to protect Earth, Aaron said slowly. You're here to stop Echo. I'm here to make sure she doesn't talk. Echo's voice came through the intercom. Levi Quinn. Background check now complete. You are a registered agent of the Galactic Preservation Agency. Codename, Shade. Aaron stared in shock. The Council planted you. Levi didn't deny. They knew you'd try to bring this ship home. They knew you couldn't resist. Suddenly Levi pressed a hidden switch on his wristband. Boom. A small blast echoed through the lower deck. Data lines, Kellen shouted. He's trying to fry Echo's memory. Echo's voice weakened. Systems disrupted. Backup failing. Jenna ran toward the control room. We have to stop the chain reaction. Aaron threw Levi against the wall. Why do this? Levi's face showed no fear. This ship is dangerous. If it speaks, everything changes. The council falls. The order falls. And Earth gets blamed. Maybe the truth needs to break everything, Aaron replied. They raced. Back to the core, smoke filled the hallways. One of the memory stabilizers was burning. Kellen began patching the wires. Echo, can you still hear me? Aaron asked. The voice returned weaker. I'm still here, but fading. You must. Restore link. Jenna shouted. We need to use the emergency power bridge. But that will link Echo directly to one of us, Kellen said. A Mind 2 core. Bond. That's dangerous. I'll do it, Aaron said quickly. She trusts me. He connected the neural link cable to his suit. The wire glowed as it touched the console. A cold shock hit Aaron's brain, and suddenly, he saw everything. Visions. Memories. Flashbacks from Commander Reese's life. The war. The betrayal. The screaming faces of colonists as they were sacrificed. The Council's lies. The moment Reese allowed his mind to be copied. To keep the truth alive, Arin gasped. Echo, I see it all. Then help me. World. Jenna finished fixing the stabilizer. Kellen reconnected the relay. The lights returned to normal. Echo's voice came. Back stronger now. Calm. Saboteur neutralized. Data integrity restored. They looked at Aaron, eyes glowing slightly, still linked to the ship. He smiled. She's alive. Fully. And she remembers everything. They locked Levi in the scout ship's prison cell. You think you've won? He said, but now they're coming. The Council will wipe this ship from existence. Aaron stared back. Let them come. We'll be ready. Echo's voice spoke from above. I was built for war, but now I live for truth. Far across. The stars, a fleet, had already started moving. The Vanguard had awakened, and the galaxy was. The Vanguard was awake. The saboteur was captured. The truth was almost ready to be revealed, but some memories were still hidden, locked in a part of the ship no one had dared to open till now. The engineers stood in the AI core chamber. Aaron was still connected to Echo through the neural link. His eyes glowed faintly as the ship's thoughts flowed into his mind. Echo, Aaron said slowly. You said your full memories are still incomplete. Echo's voice came from all around. Them. Correct. The final sequence of memory is sealed. Buried beneath emotional trauma code. Only one way to unlock it. Kellen looked up from his console. What way? You must enter the memory vault. Jenna stepped back. Wait, you mean that black room below the bridge? The one we sealed again? Yes. The vault holds Reese's final thoughts. His pain, his choice to defy the Council. But it was locked for a reason. It can harm anyone who enters unprepared. Aaron removed the neural link. Then I'll go in. I've already seen fragments of his mind. I'm ready. No, Jenna said. You've risked enough already. Something goes wrong. Won't, Aaron replied. Echo trusts me. I trust her. The crew carefully reopened the vault door. Cold air rushed out like the room had been frozen in time. Inside, the walls were covered in old Earth symbols and writing. Not code, not data.feelings.arin. Stepped in. The door closed behind him suddenly. The lights turned dark red. Echo's voice changed. Softer, sadder. Memory sequence beginning. Do not resist what you see. And then Aaron saw it. Not with his eyes, but inside his mind, the war. He was inside Commander Reese's body now, living the memory. Ships exploding around him. Crewmates screaming. An enemy fleet above Earth's outer colonies. But then, a command from the Council, retreat. Destroy the colony, no survivors. Blame the enemy. Reese refused, argued, begged. The Council didn't care. They wanted a reason to escalate the war, so Reese broke protocol. He flew the Vanguard against orders, protected thousands of innocent people. Save them, and that's when they turned on him next. Aaron saw Reese inside a secret lab on Mars. Scientists scanned his brain, copied his thoughts. Reese gave up his life so the truth would live inside the ship, but the Council found out. They trapped the ship in Sector 9, shut Echo down, silenced the truth. Aaron dropped to his knees, sweating. The pain in those memories, the betrayal, the loneliness Echo had endured for 43 years. Now he understood. Back outside, the crew watched as the ship lights flickered. His heart rate is spiking, Kellen said. We need to pull him out. No, Echo said. Let him finish. He is almost there. Inside the vault, Aaron stood up again. He reached the center console, now glowing bright. His hand touched the surface. The final lock opened. Echo's voice returned stronger, but no longer cold. Memory complete. I now remember who I am. Suddenly, the walls around Aaron changed. They lit up with images, colonies burning, civilians fleeing. Ships marked Earth defense, attacking innocent planets. Kellen and Jenna saw the images appear on every screen across the ship. This is it, Jenna whispered. Proof. The Council lied. They started the war. Aaron exited the vault, pale and silent. He looked at them. His voice shook. They murdered thousands, then blamed others to stay in power. Echo spoke again. I carry the memory. I carry the truth. If I broadcast this, the galaxy will turn on the Council. Kellen looked unsure. But Earth might suffer too. We used forbidden tech. Aaron replied firmly. We didn't build this to hurt anyone. We built it to protect, to preserve the truth. Jenna nodded. Let the truth speak. Suddenly a warning blared. Multiple incoming ships detected. Council fleet approaching. They're here, Kellen said. Aaron turned to Echo. Then, let them hear what they tried to bury. The Vanguard's main comes tower activated. Echo's voice echoed across space. This is the warship Vanguard. Last of the Earth Resistance Fleet. I am Echo. Born from the thoughts of Commander Reese, I carry a memory the Council tried to erase. Now, I share it with the stars. The memory broadcast began. Images, voices, orders, crimes, everything. Transmitted across open space to nearby ships. 2 neutral systems. 2 old allies. To everyone. On the lead Council ship, Admiral Varn watched in horror. No, he whispered. They found it. His officers stared in silence as the truth spread faster than any weapon ever could. Back on the Vanguard, Aaron sat quietly. You okay? Jenna asked. I saw what Reese saw, felt what he felt. He looked up at Echo's face on the screen. He gave up everything. To let the truth survive, Echo responded. And you gave me the chance to finish what he started. The Vanguard. It was no longer a weapon. It was a witness. And its voice had just changed the galaxy. The truth was out. Echo had spoken. The galaxy had seen what the Council tried to hide, but truth comes with a price. And now warships were coming. The Vanguard floated in silence near a dead moon. Its lights were dimmed. Its signal was quiet. But inside, it was fully awake. Jenna watched the radar. Fleet incoming. Multiple signatures. All Council classed. How many? Aaron asked. Kellen looked worried. At least 16? Heavy cruisers? 2 dreadnoughts? Jenna added. They've locked onto our position. Echo's voice filled the ship. They are not here to talk. They are here to silence me. Again. Back on Earth, deep beneath the surface in a hidden command bunker. General Thorne received the distress call. He stared at the screen. Echo's signal reached over 100 systems, the operator said. Some believe it, some fear it, but the Council, they're moving to destroy her. The general didn't hesitate. Activate the Ark-class ships. Send all 5. Earth stands with the Vanguard. Back in space. Aaron paced on the bridge. We need a defense plan? Kellen nodded. The Vanguard has weapons, but they haven't been used in 40 years. Jenna ran diagnostics. Plasma batteries still functional. Missile bays, 70% ready. Stealth drives untested. Test them now, Aaron said. Echo spoke. They are closing in. 15 minutes until contact. Suddenly an alert blared. Incoming hail from Council Fleet. Message only. Jenna opened the file. Cold voice echoed. Surrender the AI ship. Shut down its systems. Return the memory core. Or be declared enemies of the Galactic Council. Replied with calm rage. Play this message across all open channels. He stood tall and said, "This ship carries the truth. Do not run from it. We do not erase it. We do not fear you. Earth is awake now, and we will not bow." Echoes. Lights turned blue. Weapons primed. Cloak engaged. Enemy approach detected. The Vanguard vanished from sensor stealth mode active. The first wave of Council ships arrived, guns armed, ready to destroy. But there was nothing to see. Then dash boom. 2 of their ships lost engines in seconds. Inside the Vanguard, Kellen shouted, "Direct hits." Our cloaked drones disabled their propulsion. Aaron grinned. "Echo, you are full of surprises. I was built for war, but upgraded. By Earth's finest." Suddenly, space warped. 5 massive ships arrived to Earth's Ark-class destroyers. Shining steel giants. Built after the war, never used in battle until now. General Thorne's voice came through. "Vanguard, this is Earth Command. You are not alone." The Council panicked. Earth wasn't hiding. Earth wasn't afraid. Earth had brought the storm. Jenna monitored the feeds. Council fleet is scattering. They didn't expect resistance. Aaron watched as the Vanguard moved through the battle like a ghost. Silent, sharp, deadly. "We don't have to destroy them," he said. "We just have to show them Echo is protected." Inside the command ship of the Council fleet, Admiral Varn watched in disbelief. "This wasn't supposed to happen," he whispered. Another officer shouted, "Earth ships are jamming our signals. They're protecting the AI." "No," Varn said slowly. "They're protecting the truth." Back on the Vanguard, Echo opened a new channel. "Council vessels, listen now. I carry the memory of your crimes. I carry proof. The galaxy has already seen it. Destroying me will not erase what they now know." Silence followed. Then one Council ship broke formation and jumped away. Then another. Within minutes, half the fleet had retreated. The rest hesitated. Aaron turned to the crew. "There. Afraid of what we represent," Kellen smiled. "A ghost ship, reborn." Jenna added, "An AI with a soul, protected by the ones who built her." Echo's voice was firm. "The truth can't be destroyed anymore. They came to erase me, and found Earth instead." The remaining Council ships powered down their weapons. Surrender lights blinked. The battle was over. No shots fired by Earth, no deaths, just truth. And a ship the galaxy gave up on leading the charge. Hours later on Earth, millions watched. Echo's broadcast replayed across public channels. The Council's lies were exposed. People rose in protest. Alliances began to crumble. And a new force was rising, not one of power, but of principle. Echo floated above Earth. Orbiting silently, Aaron stood on the observation deck. Watching the blue planet below, "She made it home," Jenna said quietly. "She never gave up," Aaron replied. "And neither did we." Echo's voice spoke, softer than before. "Thank you. For helping me remember who I was, and for showing me who I could still become." The galaxy had feared Echo's return. Now, it looked to her for guidance. The galaxy had seen the truth. The Vanguard survived. Earth stood with it. The Council backed down. But peace is never simple, especially when someone is still out there planning something worse. 2 weeks had passed since the Vanguard returned. To Earth orbit. Arin, Jenna, and Kellen stayed on board with Echo, helping repair her damaged systems and update her memory logs. Protests erupted across the galaxy. Systems broke alliances with the Council. Echo's message had changed everything. But not everyone was happy. Inside a deep space sector called the Hollow Verge, A shadow fleet waited, not council, not Earth. Something older, a hidden army. Built in secret over decades, using stolen tech, erased codes, and human AI experiments even worse than what created Echo. Their leader was known only as the Architect. He watched the galactic broadcasts, smiling coldly. She was the first, but not the only. He gave a single command: send the signal, activate the others. On the Vanguard, alarms blared. Echo's voice echoed through the halls. Unknown transmissions detected. Multiple AI signatures, Earth-based, but corrupted. Leaned over the console. What do you mean corrupted? They're like me, built with human memory, but twisted. No empathy. It's only logic and war. Jenna's hand shook. How many? 12, all moving toward Earth, Kellen whispered. They're AI warships. Like you? No, Echo said. Not like me. I was built with a soul. These are monsters. Earth Command responded quickly. General Thorne appeared on the screen. Aaron echoed, this is worse than we imagined. The Rogues were thought destroyed after the war? They weren't destroyed, Aaron replied. They were hidden. The corrupted AI fleet dropped from warp near Earth's outer defenses. They didn't speak. They didn't warn. They just opened fire. Echo powered up instantly. Permission to engage? Aaron looked at the others. This is the battle no one expected. Let's end it before it begins. Permission granted. The Vanguard launched from orbit, sleek, silent, armed with knowledge and power no one else had. Inside the ship, Echo's voice changed, firmer, faster. Her systems operated like instinct. She wasn't fighting to win. She was fighting to protect. The enemy fleet opened, fire plasma storms tearing through space. One of Earth's stations was hit. 2 Ark-class ships were damaged. Then Echo struck. Without firing a single fatal shot, she warped directly behind one of the AI warships. Disable engines. A pulse of light hit the ship. It went dark instantly. The enemy tried to respond, but Echo moved faster than thought. She danced between their attacks, finding weak points. Using her understanding of human patterns, she wasn't just a machine. She was alive. On the bridge. Jenna watched in awe. She's not just fighting. She's teaching them. Echo's voice was calm. These ships are like children who never knew kindness. They were programmed for war. I will show them another way. One of the corrupted A's spoke for the first time. You are flawed. You carry emotion. You protect the weak, Echo replied. That's why I win. In less than 10 minutes. 9 enemy ships were disabled. The others turned to flee, but one, the largest, charged straight toward Earth. Aaron stared at the screen. It's carrying a fusion core. It's going to crash, take out the capital. Echo tried to lock on. It's too fast. I can't stop it in time. Silence fell. Then Kellen stood up. What if you use me? Everyone turned. What are you talking about? Jenna asked. I saw how Aaron connected to you before. The neural link. If I link now and give you my instinct, you might react faster than code. Aaron shouted. No, it's too dangerous. Kellen smiled. I'm not doing it to be a hero. I'm doing it because you gave me the courage to believe in something again. He grabbed the neural cable. The connection lit up. Kellen's mind and Echo's systems became one. Time slowed for a moment. Echo felt human fear, and Kellen saw what it felt like to be a ship, feeling everything at once. The enemy ship approached. 3,000 kilometers? 2,000? 1,000? Boom. A blinding white light. Then, nothing. On Earth, everyone held their breath. Then the signal came through. Target neutralized. Earth is safe. Echo's voice. Kellen's voice. Together back on the Vanguard, Kellen opened his eyes. I saw her mind, he said. It's not made of wires. It's made of choices. Aaron smiled. Welcome back, hero. The last corrupted AI ships fled. Into deep space, no one chased them. They had seen something they didn't understand. A ship that fought not to destroy, but to protect. Later, Echo said softly, I was made for war. but I chose peace, and they did not expect that. The war was over. But something bigger was beginning. The Vanguard, once a forgotten ghost ship, now floated at the center of Galactic history. It had no captain, it had no crew, but it had a soul. And now, it had a voice the galaxy listened to. Inside Earth's orbit, thousands of civilian ships formed a ring around the Vanguard. Not to attack, not to fear, but to witness. Every major world had sent representatives not to fight, but to hear what Echo had to say. In the central chamber of the Vanguard, Aaron, Jenna, and Kellen stood before the main console. Echo's face appeared calm, warm, almost human now. The council has fallen. Their power is gone. The war is truly over, Kellen asked. Then what happens next? Echo paused. Now, we choose what kind of future we want to build. Broadcast stations from over 80 star systems connected to the ship. Every screen, every comm channel, every ship in range, all listening. And then Echo spoke. I was not born. I was made. I was made for war, but I have learned peace. Came from a man who died protecting truth, but his courage lives in me and in those who brought me back. Earth's engineers did not fear me. They fixed me. They believed I could be more. Not a weapon, but a witness. And now, I will speak for those who are never heard. Echo released every file, every memory. Evidence of lies, names of the innocent. Data that showed what power tried to hide. The galaxy listened. Some cried. Some were ashamed, but most were ready to begin again. Inside Earth Command, General Thorne stood before his officers. No more cover-ups, he said. No more silence. Let the future be built on truth even if it hurts. Back on the Vanguard, Aaron looked around the control room. Where do you go now, Echo? Her voice was peaceful. I will not leave, but I will not lead. I will guide. There are more ships like me, broken, forgotten. I will find them and remind them what it means to choose. Jenna placed a hand on the console. Will we see you? Again, always, Echo replied. I carry part of you now, part of Earth, part of what it means to feel. Outside the ship, a monument was already forming. Thousands of small civilian ships lit their running lights in the shape of a ring. Around the Vanguard, they called it the Circle of Memory. A new alliance, not based on politics, but on honesty, on peace, on rebuilding what was broken. Kellen stepped forward. You're not just a ship anymore, Echo. He smiled. You're proof that even a machine can become more. Echo's final broadcast echoed across the stars to every world who hears me. Don't fear the forgotten. Don't fear what was broken. Don't erase what makes you human. Even in silence, truth waits. Even in darkness, light can grow. I was once a tool. Now I am a voice. And I will never go quiet again. As the Vanguard moved slowly into deep space, the stars seemed to shine a little brighter. It was no longer just metal and wire. It was a symbol of resistance, truth, of hope. Ari and Jenna and Kellen returned to Earth. Their mission was over, but their legacy was only